On today's episode, we learn what men really want for the holidays. Calvin decides he's open for feedback. And the holidays aren't the only thing that stays hard during those long winter nights. On Advice Unfiltered, episode 46. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you all know what time it is. It's Advice Unfiltered, episode 46.
Woo!
What's up?
That's right. We still have not been canceled yet, which is really amazing.
Which haven't been canceled yet? Thank God.
I love it. Every time I post something, I'm always this was so funny. So I'm gonna start this off with my mother-in-law. So one third. So obviously my father-in-law was here the other day. And shout out to Jerry, who now is an avid watcher.
Yeah, what's up, Jerry?
What's up, Jerry?
It's cool to have you, Jerry.
So, of course, in the typical divorced family, the one person realizes if somebody's doing something, so the other one's like, "Oh, I need in on this shit." So 1:30 in the morning, I get a message from my mother-in-law, and I'm like, usually I'm like, okay, it's gonna be something crazy, and she goes, "Hey, I just want to talk to you about your show." And, how really, I can't watch it. And I just see, that's how it starts.
Can't watch it.
And I was like...
Can't watch your show.
I was like, all right, this is going to be good. And it was really funny. She was like, it was really nice. She's wishing us all the success. And she was just talking about how, she's kind of prudish, so the content is probably a little bit, too much for her. Mm-hmm. And as I'm reading it, I'm
prudish. We're just talking about adult stuff.
Just adult stuff.
You're an adult.
You have kids,
I mean, you obviously know what the birds and the bees are all about.
So, but it was really funny. As I'm reading it, I realize I'm clipping the cut about how to give a blowjob.
It's fucking great.
So I'm like,
fucking great.
I totally get it. So shout out my mother-in-law, who is now 46 episodes in, is a big supporter. So
love that.
Love it. So all right. So welcome to episode 46. As always,
I gotta ask this, bro. Why is our tree so crooked?
It's because it's probably high.
Look at how crooked it is. It's so bad.
This is how we live life.
It's how we live life. Just letting you know, we're off kilter. Yeah.
That's it.
There you go. That's better.
There we go.
There we go.
We're guys. We don't pay attention. I like how you figured it out, though.
Yeah, I was just looking. I was like, it looks sad.
By the way, now I know you do look handsome today. You're filling your shirt out.
Thank you.
In a good way.
This is one of those collar and co shirts.
Collar and co shirts. They do a good job.
They do a good job.
All right, Collar and Co. Stop sending them to one person, by the way.
Yeah,
Damn you, Collar and Co. All right, but as always, welcome to episode 46 of Advice Unfiltered. We are live on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook.
Yeah, and Facebook.
We're live everywhere. Yeah. So if you're joining us for the first time, you probably, welcome to the Advice Unfiltered family. Appreciate you joining us. But always first in the background, we want to give shout out to our owner. He runs the show. By the way, he liked one of the posts today. Home Slice has almost 100,000 followers.
Oh, yeah?
I realized how big he was. So
I'm getting there.
There you go, bro.
Trying to keep up with you guys.
Most famous person in the
There you
room.
go, Ming.
So what's going on? How we doing, Ming?
Trying to keep up with you guys.
You're light years ahead of me.
Yeah. Oh, I listen. I don't have the look, so I got to hustle, man.
By the way, did you know this about Ming? Do you know he's married with 2 kids?
He was married with 2 kids? Yeah,
Yes.
I think I knew that.
Did you?
Yeah, I think so.
By the way, why am I the only one who's worked with the man for a whole year?
You didn't know?
And the other day...
No, I knew Ming was a father. I knew that. I don't think... I assumed he was married, I think.
The other day, he's just talking to me, and he's like, yeah, I'm going home. I got the family bond, and I just dawned on me. I know where I go.
It's like family.
You got family?
Wife, kids.
He's just like a rogue Comic-Con guy out there just fucking signing autographs all day and shit. That's what you think. You're like a superhero in his mind. That's what it is, man.
I always thought Ming was living the single life. He's traveling the country, just going to Comic-Con, signing shit.
You're not the only ones.
No, it's
That's
all
so
good.
funny.
So what do you celebrate Christmas?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll be at home with family. Then I might take off for the in-laws in Columbus, Ohio. So.
There you go.
Nice.
Columbus, Ohio, huh?
Oh.
Enjoy that cold weather, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, enjoy that cold weather, bro.
Oh, I
I think
will.
it's cold here. It's like
Boo.
No. So do you? So what are the kids? How old are the kids?
20 and 18. So.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
So are you still doing Christmas gifts?
Oh
for
yeah,
them?
yeah, yeah. It's mainly my wife. She's a huge fan. So.
Oh, that's
cool.
Oh, the show or Christmas?
Christmas.
Oh,
Christmas.
I was excited
Both.
for that. I was like, oh, both.
Both.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
Don't,
yes.
Both.
don't feel bad.
Make both.
She's not a fan of my crap either. So.
Oh yeah, no.
For
it's-
once, so she doesn't pay attention to anybody else's.
All my family supports, but they don't watch, so it's fine. My mom does actually.
My brother does.
Yeah,
my
does
brother,
he?
yeah, my brother Jeff listens all the time, man. Shout out to you, Jeff, bro. I
Yeah,
love you, bro.
Jeff, way to go.
My brother Jeff listens all the time, man.
Jeff and Betty.
Man.
And all right, Ty, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
Why don't you give this shout out to hockey, some hockey love?
Yeah, so the boys, I was at the game today, North versus South. I go to North, and the boys beat the heck out of North. Got them 9-4. One of my boys, Dominique Smarnaz, I love you, bro.
He just loves saying that name, I think.
Dominique
yeah.
Smarnaz,
Dominique.
He likes to say lot.
he's from Latvia.
Yeah, I know. He
Latvia.
loves
From
saying that. He's like
Latvia.
Dominique from Latvia.
Dominique Smarnaz.
What did
Yeah.
you think of the TikTok I sent you about the women to men ratio in Latvia? Did you see it?
Oh, Dom already sent that to me. He told me we're doing a boys trip. I told him that.
I just randomly came across my feed. It must be because the Universe listens. And Latvia has a problem where there's too many hot women
Yeah, I
to
saw
not
that.
enough men.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I
It's like
said
a
it-
60-to-1 ratio or some shit.
And as boys from the
Yeah.
country, I was like, buddy, what are you doing? Don't go to Puerto Rico. Go to
Go to
Latvia. So,
So funny.
yeah. So you're next week, bro. You're gonna be in the couch. You excited?
yeah, I'm hyped.
You're coming into the zone.
I know.
Ah, all right. So, and what's on your Christmas list, by the way?
I don't know. I mean, the only really one thing that I wanted for so long was the driver's license in the car, and I have that.
Do you hear this? I don't got to buy him shit.
I love that.
This is awesome.
Only things that I would want probably
No, we're done. You don't have to go any further than that. You just said a driver's license in the car. You're done. That's awesome.
So funny.
perfect.
No, what else do you want? Because I need to cheat. I want to see if I got it.
Like snowboard stuff.
Oh, snowboard stuff? All right, yeah. You're shit out
Snowboard
of luck.
stuff, clothes,
Just normal stuff?
normal stuff.
All right, good. Well, and how are you doing there? But it's so weird to see you now and not see you as much as I used to.
That is
I
weird.
almost stopped in there today.
Did you?
I almost legitimately pulled it. I was driving past. I was like, I'm going to pull in. Hopefully nobody gives me shit. And I'm just going to go, I'm just here to see Christopher David.
I couldn't see them giving you shit. I couldn't see that happening.
No, I was
Yeah.
literally, because, I called you and I was like, it's fucking Tuesday. But
Yeah.
literally, I was at my house. I was planning the whole thing out. I'm like, I'm just going to go in. I'm going to ask everybody if it's okay. I'm just going to run upstairs. And no matter who you're training, I'm just going, it's fucking Tuesday. And then I was going to
Then
leave. Just leave.
I would have loved that.
Oh,
That would have been
it's great.
amazing. That would have been amazing.
I was just and I was literally doing it. And I'm like, I was like, I don't want anybody to be mad at me. I was
Nah,
like,
nobody's mad at you. Nah, they all love you there, man. They all love you.
So how's your week been?
It's busy. Really busy. If we can, we got a Christmas tree. Everybody, we got a Christmas tree in my house. So I know everybody's worried about that.
Legitimate, awesome Christmas
a
tree.
legitimate, awesome Christmas tree, and so everybody's really excited about that. We got a really cool star too. It's got a disco ball in it. It's like a star with a disco. It's like a star. It's not a disco ball. It's a star and the North Pole, right? The pole.
Okay.
And then at the top of the pole has stars that shoot up into the sky. And the star says, "Stop here, Santa." I was like, "How cool is that?"
That's awesome.
Cool, it's a cool freaking thing. But yeah, it's good. It's been a good, busy week, man. I got other things happening, and everything's been good. I've been busy. Just busy.
Yes, a lot of behind the scenes
Yeah, a
stuff.
lot of busy stuff. I mean, we got our sponsorships now, so that's amazing.
Yeah.
And we got our first sponsorship for the show. That's awesome.
And you're getting close to final. You're pretty close to finishing the app, right?
Yeah. January, man, 2026. Hardcore synergy. The app with me and Alexis and some other people. It's gonna be awesome. She's a phenomenal nutritionalist and trainer, and we're gonna have other people popping in here and there on the app to make it exciting. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really good, man. It's gonna be something that everybody can use, and it's gonna be bilingual. And even the dog's happy about it. See, the dog's ready to get in shape too. So it's gonna be your 2026, no excuse, takes with you everywhere app. You know what I mean? That you can work out anywhere. You know what I mean? So it'll be fun.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited
Yeah, it'd be
for
cool,
you.
man. It'd be very, very cool. It'd be very freaking, it'd be fun.
I get to show up and do the thing I love to do the most, deadlift. So that's why I get excited about it. And by the way, shout out to Alexis because now working with her and she's part of our coaching program. She is really, she's legitimately awesome.
Yeah.
She's great at what she does. And I know some people are working with her now. And I actually was saying to her because I was talking the other day, I was like, I've never met somebody who's more on top of their clients in terms of just communication, being linked to stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we have ambassadors that call me and they're like, hey, well, what do you think? I go, don't, just whatever Alexa says, golden. Just go with it. You don't got to check with us. So, but outside that, in the news is right. So we are, we're going down the road. Oh, what's going on? What's up?
Just want to give a little shout out to the boys. They just text me and go, they're commenting. And that's the comments I put up. My boys are all together. You know where when I
Oh,
put
they're
up-
watching the show?
That's funny.
we called Dom the wrench.
Oh,
so that's what they
wrench,
said.
there you go.
That was the wrench's performance. Dom had a great game.
You talked about how we have to expand our audience segment. We've skewed much younger male now. So
Cool.
Yeah, love
shout
the
out to
boys.
the hockey team. Big win there.
Shout out
Yeah.
Jacob. Shout out Dom.
By the way,
all
shout out
boys.
to your guys because you look good. I was really impressed with the way they get dressed and they got the suits on. They look sharp. So way to carry yourself, guys. Way to come home with a victory because otherwise I would have blocked all these comments and been like, we can't have people who lost on the show. So
No losers allowed, bro.
no, shout out to you guys. I know Ty comes home and talks about you guys all the time, and it's cool to see you guys down the house. But yeah, so we are down the road now. So there's so many cool things coming. I know we landed some sponsorships, so the more to come on that through the Advice Unfiltered channel, which we're excited to talk about. And I know some of you guys saw the hint I dropped, but the commercial's in the works.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so amazing.
Yeah.
So more to come on that. We're gonna actually go Marvel route and have like teaser trailers and just like little pieces of people are gonna be trying to put it together.
I love that.
Oh, it's awesome.
I love that.
We're going to superhero route. Oh yeah, and Advice Unfiltered After Dark. That's gonna start January.
Yeah, start in January.
Look.
Basic Films After Dark.
Yeah, so and just so you guys know, I know a lot of people ask us about that. So essentially what happened is we have a lot of people who ask us about some more serious questions, a little dirtier questions, things that we have to be mindful of. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and all these channels. But really, in a nice way, what we want to do is be able to give the people who want more episodes more. So the way we figured it out, and we'll talk more about it in the next week or two, but what we'll do is we're going to offer a membership service through YouTube. It won't be anything crazy expensive. It's just enough to really help me and Chris stop working full-time jobs. And that's
There
all.
you go.
That's
Yeah.
what, so if you sponsor anything that we do, just remember this. If you see anything that we sponsor and you buy it, you see anything that we do and you support it, it's literally just so we can create more episodes for you guys.
Yeah,
That's,
more content.
That's the goal. So more content. But all exciting stuff. But as always, let's get into shout-outs, and then we'll get into the show. Oh, you didn't miss the calendar yet. What happened is Chris is naked, and it folds out, but the fold-out is too big, so we couldn't package
ship
it
it.
right. We couldn't ship it.
Couldn't ship it. It's too much. Too expensive.
It was
Too expensive. Too much calendar for one person.
It was too much calendar.
Too much calendar for one person.
January.
Yeah.
So
in August.
that's it.
Yeah.
So it's always the long months that Chris is going to be in. So.
So fucking bad. So fucking bad.
So, but outside that, I want to give a shout. First, I want to give a shout out to Sarah B. This is a shout out to the whole community, by the way. Sarah B. wrote in with a giant response for Sophie B. So she actually did research, found doctors, found channels, found things to link in. She must have found an old clip. So Sophie, I know you watch the show all the time, but we have some resources coming to you. So if you guys didn't know, Sophie, longtime listener, is battling Parkinson's, and Chris was actually, I'm not saying nice enough. He would do it anyways, but he went and found help for her, and she lives in Cyprus.
Actually, I got more on that too. So there's a gentleman. I told you about this guy at the gym.
Yeah.
I talked to him. So we're gonna set up a time for him to come in, and he's gonna talk about that thing I sent you. Remember about the brain
Oh yeah.
stimulation?
Yes,
brain
yes.
stimulation. So there's this guy at my gym who has Parkinson's, and he got this thing done to his brain. It's brain stimulation, and they're able to adjust the frequency in his brain, which helps his body to adjust to his Parkinson's.
It relieves the tremors, right? Like,
Well, so it releases. It can release anything. The tremors, his foot drag, his exhaustion levels. Like it's like I was talking to him for like an hour yesterday, and about everything. So I really wanted to be able to help Sophie and anybody else who has it. Because again, like my stepdad died of Parkinson's, right? So I'm a big advocate for anything we can do to make it better for people. And make it more manageable. So we're gonna have him come on the show probably after Christmas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so he's gonna come on, Great guy. He's actually excited to come on and just talk about it. He just wants to come on and talk about his experience and what he's done, and maybe just pass on some really good knowledge that can help other people. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it just if you're new to the show, have been around for a little while. One of the big things that you hear us talk about is community and how much you guys do for each other. And Chris put it out into the universe, and then you were able to send her a book, which is amazing. This helped, and then we still have people who are writing into the show weeks later who want to help. So I just wanted to give you a shout out, Sarah B. I don't know how often you listen or don't listen, but it was so kind of you. Sent a huge email with a bunch of resources to send to Sophie. So I just wanted to give you some love, and I'll send that out. And we got another one from Charlotte. Charlotte writes in, blowjob tutorial is how this one starts. I think this was a hit.
Yeah, we go from Parkinson's to blowjobs.
This is how we roll.
This is how the show goes. This is what happens.
That's what Kristen said the other day. You go from saving lives to, what kind of vibrator do you like?
Yeah, people getting choked out. All right.
Yeah, so blowjob tutorial. Dear Chris and Tony, in last week's episode, a girl wrote in stating she didn't know how to give a good blowjob. If she Googled sexologist tutorials, she will be able to research different techniques of applying massage, finding a man's pleasure points, and overall making her man harder than a Chinese arithmetic. Wow, very specific. By the way,
Was that speaking?
By the way, she says something that I don't remember you said on the show, which must be from something else, or maybe because you sucked a lollipop in your car the other day.
Oh,
and I was like, "Ooh, look at Chris." She wrote, "By the way, Chris was right when he said practice on a Tootsie Pop because they have a ridge around the middle, and she can practice sucking and flicking her tongue across the ridge at the same time." You're welcome, Charlotte.
It's so funny. So funny. Good go, Charlotte.
By the way, don't forget the balls. Don't talk about Amy.
Yeah, that's so funny.
By the way,
right?
I don't remember a Tootsie Pop and you going into the ridge part of.
I didn't go. No. All I said is you can practice on a Tootsie Pop.
Oh,
how many licks? Somebody wrote in how many licks does it take to get to the center. And I was like, yeah, but Tootsie Pop. That's what I said.
Oh, she went. Oh, she just went and ran.
She just went off on the rails on that one.
Oh, she's like, well, actually, what you could do is.
But and it sounds like she's practiced that. So there you go.
Hey, well, shout out Charlotte, who sounds like.
Shout out to Charlotte and Tootsie Pop.
Yeah, she's the goat.
If you want to sponsor us, Tootsie Pops, we obviously have an audience that likes Tootsie Pops.
Bro.
So I'm more of a blow pop guy.
Oh, there you go.
Pun intended.
There it is. Also tastes better.
So
By the way,
funny.
Charlotte, maybe you should be a guest on the show.
Terrible.
Look, we go. Our first guest goes over rhinos. Our second guest, we'll talk about Parkinson's.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about Tony.
Yeah.
We got about Tony. Let's keep going with this. But
And
we
then
got to remind me. We got to talk about Tony and the
Oh,
rhinos.
we'll bring it back, and then Charlotte comes on and gives a sex ed class. And by the way, we would love to have a sex expert on.
There's one. I already talked to her. We're gonna have her come on.
This is so great.
Yeah, she was just on a whole bunch of stuff. She loves our show. I'm in the works of talking to her, and we're gonna make that happen.
I can't tell you how excited me and Chris are for the guest lineup that's coming this way.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've reached out to a lot of people, and what's really great is everybody's really excited about it. You know what I mean, everybody likes our show, and they're excited about coming on, which is great. I love that, man.
Can we talk about the other one that you sent me?
Who?
The one from YouTube?
Nolan Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nolan Taylor's a great guy, great song.
Don't mind our mascot today, guys.
He's loving life right now.
Chris is so now that my dog knows he can come down to the show, and he's ever since Chris walked in my house, he's obsessed with Chris. He's like, "Bud, pet me. I'm over here, buddy. I'm over here." I'm waiting for. All right, bud. I'm waiting for him to be like, "I believe in you, Chris. I believe in the best in you."
I believe you can pet me, Chris.
That's
you can
right.
pet me. Yeah.
That's right.
I don't mind. He can stay here all day. That's a good doggy.
By the way, if he was a woman, he has no teeth, so it'd be fantastic. So, but
goes back to the blowjob. See how we just bring it all back around?
All back around. So
all back around.
All right. So let's go back to Tony for a minute. So I know he's he's going to come on, which is exciting. Where does that stand right now?
Well, so no, I talked to him. He said he'd be happy to come on the show.
He's going to come here, right?
I hope so. Yeah, I'm trying to work it out that he can. So I asked him if he goes on tour anytime in the East Coast and stuff. He hasn't gotten back to me yet. But I would love for him to come to the show and do do a song. His song came out last year, I think it was.
This is Noah, right?
Nolan.
Nolan. Okay, yeah.
Nolan Taylor. Yeah.
For a second, I thought you were talking about the Rhino guy. I'm like, he goes on tour?
No, that's Tony. There's Tony, the Rhino guy, the You Rhino guy. So I want to give a shout out to Tony. You Rhino. I want to make sure we clip this and we put the link in there. You Rhino. If you guys don't know, I have a link in my Instagram that you can go to and you can help donate to save rhinos. There's a big poaching epidemic right now, and people are killing rhinos for their horns. and their horns don't do anything. There's no medical stuff that horns do. Like, unfortunately, but these people in China think that it is, right? So I believe what I heard is the president said that the rhino horn saved him from cancer, and that put a spike
President
into
Xi?
yeah, and that put a spike into the poaching of rhinos, right? So this guy Tony at U Rhino, and again the link's in my bio and on Instagram, and I'll post another thing about it on Facebook and TikTok and all that stuff. They do this thing where they go in and they get to the rhinos before the poachers do, and they trank them and they shave the horn off to make sure that there's no reason to kill the rhino, right? Because if the rhinos don't have their horns, the poachers aren't going to kill them, right? So it's a really great cause. It's for a really great, species of animal. I love rhinos. I think it'd be cool if we could, go down there. And there's a thing also that if you want to, you can join it. I'm not sure about the price, but you can check it out. You can actually join me in April if everything works out, and go down there and save some rhinos on a safari. Which is pretty cool. So shout out to Tony, shout out to you, Rhino, shout out to their cause. Again, what we're here to do is make a difference and help everybody and everything we can. All right.
By the way, I'm so excited, just so you guys know. So we have a new sponsor, which we'll unveil in the next week or two. And we were talking to them. The guy's fantastic. The company's great. We dug into them. But the one thing I said to the guy was, here's the deal. If you can send me the dog treats and my dog likes them, then I know it's going to be good because we're dog fans. And this was so... He's going to
He's
town.
loving it.
Yeah, buddy.
He's loving it.
Oh, and look. Well, it's pumpkin and peanut butter.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's pumpkin and peanut butter. Yeah, if we can. Yeah, so yeah, John, man. Shout out to John, right?
John, shout out to you. We haven't even started working with you yet. My dog loves your stuff already.
Yeah, this stuff here is Calming Canine, man. So what this is organic pumpkin and peanut butter. General relief for aches and anxious moments. So great for older dogs.
Yeah.
And dogs that get
15.
anxiety. Yeah. So if we can, he was sitting here all excited. Now he's sitting here going.
Now he's calm. You don't even see him on the
So
thing.
shout out to John.
Shout out to John.
Calming Canine, great product, man. Freaking, yeah, that's great.
I love when somebody gives us something and me and you were just like, you hand it to me today and you go, here, just try these out. And I was like, I wonder if he'll eat it. Like, because you never know with your dog. And, yeah,
he's munching on it.
Now you won't see him for the rest of the show. He'll be asleep.
I know, I was bummed. I was really petting him.
Ah.
I was really enjoying petting the dog,
So,
cool.
So that stuff's great. So guests are coming up. Advice Unfiltered After Dark, which is going to be an extra episode. So if you love the show and want to be a member and get it, and by the way, the extra episodes will not go out. They're only for members. So if you're a member, it's the only way you can get the actual extra episodes. And outside that, we got one other cool thing. You don't know this, but we're up for some more podcast awards.
Are we really?
Yes, we are.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not. I mean, at this
That's
point,
nice.
it's fun. It's awesome.
Yes.
So, Silver Sound is like one of the biggest production companies, and they manage some of the biggest podcasts. And they reached out to me and were like, "Hey, we're missing your show. New York City puts on a huge podcast award, and we saw what you've won so far. And they're like, how come you haven't submitted for us?" And I was like, I'm like, we don't know. Like, we're so new, and like, we don't know how this stuff works.
Yeah, we don't. I don't know.
And they were like, no, you guys need to be in. So shout out to Silver Sound and the New York City Podcast Awards.
Cool.
For reaching out to me and asking us to be a part of what they do. So that's awesome. And the last shout out is to an actually she wrote in the question about that just popped up on the screen. Erica P, who's an OG, who's probably asked some of the best questions that we've ever had on the show. Shout out to you. Good morning, guys. Can I ask for a simple request? Can you wish me a happy birthday? She turned 50. So shout out to you, Erica P, for turning 50 and watching the show as much as you do. We appreciate you. And I love when people have a birthday and they go, all I want to do is watch the next episode. I'm like,
you just started an epidemic right there.
oh, a happy birthday shout outs?
Everybody's in fucking right now.
You don't get a happy birthday shout out unless you're an OG regular.
$2.99.
Like, you can find me on Cameo. So, by the way, how's Cameo going?
Great. It's going really good.
I forget always sometimes to bring it up, but
Cameo's going good. No, I've got a lot of Merry Christmas and birthday. I think I just posted. Actually, I was ranked number 1 there.
You were ranked number 1 on Cameo for Christmas stuff?
No, for overall.
Overall?
Yeah, it's on Instagram somewhere. I posted it. I'm number one. Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
Yeah, number 1. And I've done 353 cameos.
You've done 300 cameos?
353.
Do you give Isaiah a piece just for pushing you down the
I know,
road?
right? No. If you can, I should give my older son a pace, man. That was his idea for making me do it. No, it's great. You know what I love about it? I honestly, I was hesitant about doing Cameo because, like, man, all these people are gonna have me write in all, just have me
Crazy
say crazy shit. Like, the one thing that I really thought, because I get the request a lot on social media, was have me going, get in the car, Elizabeth. Get in the car now. So I thought for sure that's what it was going to be. It was just going to be people having me saying, get in the car, Elizabeth, or you've been a bad girl. You've been very bad. And then that's what I thought I was going to be doing, right? And I was like, that's stupid. I don't want to do that. And it's not. It's not. Like, literally, everybody, I haven't got one of those. I wasn't any ideas.
You just
don't
threw
do
it
that,
out.
by the way. Just threw it out there. But I thought it would be that, right? But it's not. It's actually people wanted me. So if you look at it, a lot of it's the birthday, were birthday cameos. And then a lot of them were, I think I Misuse. I think it was the second one. And then the third one was inspiration and motivational stuff. So, that's what it's really been about. Like a lot of people want me to give them some inspiration and just inspire them, which I can't tell you, man. Like it's because really, when you think about it, right? People are paying money to send me, right? To send me to them to make them smile on their special day.
Yeah.
On their birthday or their holiday, or they're you know what I mean. So that to me, that's like a gift, right? That's freaking pretty cool. That's just pretty. I always say that in the videos too. I say, listen, man, for me to you personally, I'm humbled to be here. You know what I mean? Like it's just pretty cool that you sent me to your friend to wish him happy birthday. So no, Cameo's been cool. It's been a very cool experience. I enjoyed it very much. You can find me on Cameo. There you go.
You've had some like legitimately really touching. Like you were telling me about some. I don't even know how you get through some of them that are like really heartfelt.
I had that one woman that was on hospice, right?
Yes,
who was I don't even know if she even got it. I don't even know if she even got it, because I think she had when I made the Cameo, she had she thought she had a month to live or something. I don't even know if she got it. I hope she did. I really hope she did, man, if we can. But it goes back to what I always say, right? All of this, right, started with a choice. To be an example of what could be done, right? Of what could be accomplished if you just, put yourself in the right place and truly believe in what you're doing, right? And understanding that it's not just about you. You know what I mean? It's not about you. It's about the example you set for others. And that example you set for others really just, freaking, I don't know, just transfers to everybody. You know what I mean?
Well, every time I think about it, as much as people think,
what was that comment that was just up there?
what's that? I don't need, right there.
Maybe I get one that says,
Get your ass to the gym, Jenny.
Get your ass to the gym, Jenny.
There you go. Cut it right there.
No, don't cut it right there. Pay me.
That was free.
It's Christmas. I got kids.
That was free. You can screenshot that and enroll with it. So, all right. So, no, I always bring it up because I'm always just, it just shows your character, because it really, I get the emails about them all the time about how great it was for you to send the Cameo in and how much they really appreciated it. And to your point, it's never something, it's always something so heartfelt. Yeah. They're like, hey, just want to say how much I appreciated it. So shout out to you. Shout out to you from me and Erica's 50th. So, all right, first question comes in.
First question of the night.
First question of the night.
Woo, here we go. Now it's about
you.
You.
I promise this one is a very adult question, and it's well thought out. So Brian from Phoenix writes in. And by the way, just so you guys know, I did see a theme. And we talk about it all the time, the holidays are tough for a lot of people. Holidays are lonely. We develop strategies to try to get through them. We have the Advice Ambassador group. A couple of the one-on-ones today were really heartfelt and really thought about, how you deal with stuff at this time of year. And this reminded me of this, so we're going to start off with this question. Hey, Chris and Tony, I heard a quote that recently stuck with me. The monster I created to protect the child in me is difficult to manage as I've grown up. And I can't stop thinking about this. As someone who's gone through a lot of shit growing up, I can see how certain traits have helped me survive back then. Being guarded, emotionally tough, I'm always in control and not needing anyone. But now those things are showing up in my adult life in ways that really hurt me sometimes in my relationships and really my ability to fully open up. It feels like I've become a different version of myself to still protect that younger kid. But that version doesn't always serve me anymore. How do you guys feel about the idea that many of us are still living out this protection strategy that we built as kids? And how do we start honoring what we kept us safe without ruining our entire life?
Well, it's absolute facts. It's 100% what you. And here's the thing you have to understand too: is everything you just said is what something that's going through trauma or any kind of difficulty growing up is reaction. It's literally it's something that we all deal with, all of us, right? That's why there's a saying, man. Save the child, save the man, right? So yeah, so the first step is that you recognize it, right? The first step of healing that child is you recognize it, right? You recognize that there is an issue, right? And then the second thing you have to do is recognize the triggers. What reverts you back to that mechanism that you taught yourself to survive as a child? What are those incidents that happen, right? And then understand that you're not there anymore, right? You're not that child, right? And I think something else that really helped me was remembering what I wanted to be when I grew up.
That's a good one.
You know what I mean? Like I remember the person that I thought about who I wanted to be when I grew up, right? And then I think to myself, would that child be proud of who I am now? Did I do the work? Did I do the work that, for me, I made a promise. I say this all the time. I made a promise when I was 7 years old. I'll never forget. I got on that plane. I was crying my eyes out. My dad got me on that plane, and I flew off on that plane. And I promised myself that I would never, ever let a child I have feel what I feel right now in that plane, right? And that's driven me. That's driven me to be a better father. That's driven me to be a better man. That's driven me to be successful. I used that monster I created, right, to better my life, right, and to not only just better my life, but be a more present father for my kids, right? I stopped generational abandonment, right? So is what I did, because it wasn't just my dad's fault. My dad's dad wasn't there. My dad's dad on top of that wasn't there. You know what I mean? Because so it was a generational thing. It wasn't like something that was just my father chose to be, move to Florida and me live in Pennsylvania, right? It was all he knew. So I stopped all that. Like I crushed all that. So when I think about the father, that kid that I was, because I had a traumatic life too. It wasn't all sunshines and rainbows. I think about it now, and I look back and I think, yeah, I might have went off the beaten course a little bit. I might have took longer to get to where I wanted to be. But I'm really happy that I did the work. It's doing the work, right? So it's doing the work. You really just have to do the work. So you really have to recognize those triggers and then change your response to those triggers. But you're doing the right thing because you're on the right path. That's why you ask the question. Like you ask the question. When people ask these type of questions at this point in time in their lives, they're asking these type of questions because you're more aware now, right? You're ready. That you're conscious, Tony. You're ready for the next step. That because you're seeking information, you're seeking knowledge to grow and evolve. So bravo to you. And keep doing what you're doing. Just do some research, do some work, like find different habits and way to control that monster you created, and eventually you can let it go. You don't need it anymore. Like I don't need that monster I created to protect myself from abandonment issues as a kid anymore. Like I'm good. You know what I mean? So, but it took me years. It took me a lot of years to get there, and it's still a working pattern, right? I still, it's been 10 years I've been working on myself. It's still something that I still need to practice daily, right? I still practice those good habits to keep me in that spot, of good positive thinking.
Yeah, I know from my end of it, I don't know personally what that's like on that end, but I can tell you from someone I'm very close with, I am on the other end of it where the person I'm very close with deals with this. Yeah. And someone who's like in has a very good relationship with this person, I would tell you, I recognize how traumatic it is, being in your 50s and still dealing with your insecurities. You're not feeling confident about yourself. You always think that the bottom's going to fall out of everything. So all I can tell you from someone on the other side of it, who is there as a friend and as someone who loves that person, you got to just really help build them up. You got to be understanding. You got to always remember, it's not about me. Like in other words, it's not actually pointed at me. It comes from their childhood trauma. And all you can do is, what I try to do the best I can is just build their confidence and help them, remind them it's going to be safe. And also, like, I don't ever talk. I talk about it's okay to be afraid. It's okay, that's what happens. But at the end of the day, we have to live in the moment today. This is where we're at. This is where we are. I'm here for you. And if anything goes wrong, you got a whole bunch of people that got your back. So
I give you bravos for that, right? So that's a good thing. So if we want to take it from the aspect of a relationship, what you said is spot on, dude. Because so like a lot of times when people are dealing with people who have built a monster or a wall around themselves like this, take it personally. You know, it creates more stress and more arguments and everything else, right? Sometimes you're absolutely right that you know, you got to separate their trauma from the reality of the relationship which you're in, right? And that's hard. That's fucking hard, bro.
It was hard.
It's fucking hard, dude. I'll give you props for that, man, because that's a self-awareness thing, right? So seeing the situation for what it truly is and not making it about yourself as somebody in a relationship is the right move 100% every time.
Yeah, so hopefully that helps you out.
Yeah.
Nicole from Tampa writes in, "Hey, Chris and Tony, I've been hearing more about your ambassador coaching program, and I'm really curious about what you're seeing now that you're working with people one-on-one, especially during the holidays when emotion, stress, and habits seem to be amplified. From your perspective, what are the biggest common struggles or themes that people bring right now, and what tend to be the biggest breakthroughs once they start doing the work? For someone who's interested in possibly joining your program next year, what are the qualities or mindsets that you actually look for in a participant?" So essentially, what are we seeing right now as a theme? And then when we go possibly to do this again next year, what do we look for in people?
Well, I'll let you start with that. Why don't you answer that first question first? Because you've actually helped, you know, do this whole thing.
So what I would tell you is, actually, me and Chris talked about this. So as many people think it's about fitness, and I think Chris, you know, it's a really interesting for someone who's in fitness as much as you are to has a very good perspective on this. It's about the person as a whole. It's about their mental fitness, their physical fitness, the way they approach the world. So it's not just about like, hey, who goes to the gym?
Yeah.
It's really just helping these people through their whole life, and really how everything is all about them being a fit human being. And that's definitely what we looked for. And I think everybody that we found and we talked about fits that mold.
Yeah.
But this resonated with me today. And it was really important because a couple of people I talked to today were really in that, it finally had hit them to be in that deep spot of depression because of the holiday. And what I reminded them, and this is a theme I think that a lot of us have to remember, we have to be a willing participant in getting out of the hole sometimes. And what I told somebody today I think really resonates was, here's the deal. I said, what's the thing that's holding you back right now? And they were like, look, I get really lonely. And I think that's a common theme for most of us during a holiday. And I said, okay, so let's talk about, what that feels like. I said, here's my take on depression. And I'm very close to people who have dealt with this and had made some decisions, that probably, really hurt them in the long run. But what I said to them was, depression is your body saying to you, hey, enough's enough. Like you're fighting me on every time we try to do something good, you're fighting me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you feel like absolute shit. And let's see what you do then. And obviously a lot of us cave to that feeling. But what I told somebody, and it kind of proved my point to them today, was, okay, you feel alone. Okay, so what would you like to do? And she said, I want to go ice skating. I said, okay. I said, what would you have to do to go ice skating? And we started walking through the steps, right? I have to find the rink. And then she goes, and this is what she said to me. It was really profound. She goes, oh, I already know that down the street for $160, I can take 6 weeks of ice skating lessons and meet some new people and get out of the house. So I said, here's the funny thing. I said, you feeling like shit and feeling alone, the only thing standing in your way is $160 and you making it out the front door. And I was like, so sometimes what I really think during the holidays is there are solutions, there are ways, and I think we know them, but we just don't, we need someone to help push us to go do it sometimes. And that's what I think myself and Chris have been really good about, and especially the group as a whole, because I know all of you are on here. You've been really good helping each other remind yourselves like, hey, the solution's not that hard. We just got to take one step, just one step. And I think if you start doing that, you'll be in a much better place. That's kind of the themes I think that we've seen so far.
So I for me personally, man, you want to hit that? See what that's doing?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
See what that's
doing?
Oh yeah. So I think for me, what I this is why I love working with Tony, is because we both have different perspectives that are on the same level. When we're looking for somebody to actually do the program, the ambassador program, what it really comes down to is what I look for is somebody who's ready to learn, right? That's ready to grow as a person and ready to achieve things, right? And I could tell when I talk to somebody, I could tell by the way they're acting, their smile is, or whatever, that that they're ready for it, right? I'm looking for somebody who's ready to learn, ready to move. Here's the thing: everybody looks for motivation, and it's not about motivation. It's about wanting to create a new habit, right? It's about that point in time in your life where you want to make a change, right? You want to grow as a person. And only you can do that, right? But we're here to help you. Like, we're here to give you tools, man. Learning to evolve and to grow is an amazing part of life. And I tell people all this all the time, and I know there's a company out there that's putting on a shirt, and I appreciate you for this. You don't want to be stagnant water. And I stole this from Bruce Lee, so it's not mine. So if you can tell, but you don't want to be stagnant water, right? You don't want to be stagnant water. Stagnant water brings death, man. The only thing that changes is growing and evolving as a person. You know what I mean? So that's what we're here to do. We're here to help you do that. And I got to tell you, everybody in the program is getting benefits. I'm really proud of all of you. I really am. Like, I can see the smiles in your face when I come on, and I see the excitement.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you can see that everybody's changing, everybody's evolving, which is just a beautiful thing. So shout out to all of you at the AUF Ambassador Program, and shout out to all of you for doing the work. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you and how proud I am of you. You guys are killing it. You're killing it. You know?
You're right. I isn't that the best part, seeing the smile?
Oh, I love
and
that.
and it just we joke about it because is it on?
It's frozen.
I don't know. It's so interesting. We talk about all the time. It's like we can see when the difference in somebody from the first time we meet them to the fact that when we meet with them, the room gets brighter. All of a sudden, they smile a little bit more. They're starting to go on dates. It's just, oh yeah, there's Rhea. There you go.
What's up, Rhea? How you doing?
Yes, we hold people accountable. That's the other thing, which I think is beautiful. But like Chris said, you're right. Every single person we picked was ready to learn.
Yes, they're ready to grow and learn, and they're ready to hold themselves accountable. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like, it's so funny because people make fun of me about this all the time. I'm honest, right? Like, I don't like especially when it comes to you being a better person. So like one of my clients came in the other day, drank all weekend, and I was like, man, you're bloated. I was like, you look fat as fuck today. And he's like, damn, bro. I was like, you were drinking all weekend, were you? He's like, yeah, and I ate pizza and freaking. I was like, I knew it. I fucking knew it. But that's my job, right? My job is to hold you accountable. Like, if I don't call you out on your bullshit, or Tony doesn't call out on your bullshit, then we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. Especially me as a trainer. Like, me as a trainer, as a life coach, all that stuff. Like, I need to be honest with you. And it's only out of a caring place, man. I call it tough love. It's tough love. That's what it is. It's tough love.
Yeah, they're great. And if you have any questions about it, I know we'll talk more about it as we go into next year. But and the great part is our ambassadors are going to help us with the next wave of ambassadors.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they build a community out. So I know they're excited, and a lot of them will have some really funny stories about interacting with us and how we keep them accountable. So, all right, Isabel from Portugal.
Portugal. I love that. We have a big fan base in Portugal, by the way.
We get a lot of questions from Portugal.
Yeah, we got a big fan base in Portugal. Shout out to Portugal.
Shout out. You know, we are in 68 countries.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is amazing when I read that stat sometimes.
Yeah.
And only 60% of our audience is in the United States.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Worldwide, baby.
Yeah, worldwide.
I went on a date with a guy
Shout out to the world.
Yes, shout out to
Shout
all.
out to the world. Shout out to everybody in the world. I love you.
I like when I used to go when we first started the show, I'd be like, number one, in the world.
In the world.
I went on a date with a guy who was pretty attractive, but definitely socially awkward. The entire night, he kept trying to feed me bites of food, and then he tried to make me feed him mine. I went along with it because I didn't want to make things weird, but
That is weird.
It felt so strange.
That is weird.
It's really
You
strange.
have to make it weird. It was weird. That was weird.
It's so strange for a first date. Is this normal behavior or just awkward romance gone wrong?
Fucking weird.
I've never fed anybody.
No, it's
even
not Lady and the Tramp.
Not even my own wife. I don't think I've ever been like,
No, I don't want anybody feeding me.
like, here you go.
Thanks. No, thank
silly.
you. I'm not a fucking baby.
No.
I eat my own food. I've cut girls' steaks for them already.
Well, that kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, it's a little different.
But did you sit there for a half hour and feed them small pieces?
No, it's fucking. Throw grapes at them.
That's great.
Guess I would.
Yeah, just run from that. That's a
red flag to me. I'm sorry, it's just a little too much. It's like, the guy has a whole knight in shining armor romantic fallacy thing going on. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's a nice guy. I just think it's weird. I just wouldn't do it.
It's weird. It is what it is.
I just wouldn't do that. Yeah, it's
No.
fucking weird. You already did the weird thing. What you should have did is you should act like you couldn't get it in your mouth and be like, just fucking and act like you kept missing the fork. Like,
The horrible part of a date like that is the fact that at least you were nice enough to finish the date, because that would be so tough to do.
Did you just do it with the main course or you do it with all the food?
No, he did it with all of it, and then he
That's
tried to get her to
fucking
do it back to
weird.
him.
All the food.
All the food.
How did he get it to you too? He was like this. Come here. So fucking weird.
Where do people learn this
I
shit?
don't know.
Mark from Denver writes in. Hey,
What's up, Denver? I
up,
love
Denver?
Colorado. I love Colorado.
Hey, Kristen, I think that would be one of the first places we would go to.
I would
do
love.
like
I would love to do it like an Aspen or a Vail tour. That'd be fucking cool as shit.
Oh, that'd be dope.
That'd be dope as shit.
Hey, Chris and Tony, I'm looking for some honest advice because I'm debating on buying sex toys for my wife for Christmas, and I don't know,
Sounds
is this
great plan.
thoughtful or just plain weird? We've been married for a while, so our relationship's solid. She's casually dropping hints to me about being curious and wanting to spice things up, but I've never actually gone there. I don't want her to feel awkward or pressured, and I'm not saying she's done enough, but part of me feels like this could actually be a fun way to open the door. Is this a good idea as a Christmas gift? And what should I buy first?
So I was gonna say. So I think it's a good idea as long as you don't have kids and there's no family members around. I do think there's a fine balance
Oh yeah.
between a good idea and overboard, right? Like fucking like so what I would say, because it is Christmas, right? And it's not like I see if it was Valentine's Day, I would say fucking go balls out, bro.
Oh, it's a good
fuck, you know
call.
what I mean? If it was Valentine's Day, I'd be like, you know what, go get the handcuffs, get the whip, get the fucking get the you get the whole nine, right? You know, get it all. Fucking, the lube, the whole nine. I would tell you to do the whole thing. Like, get a whole stocking, Valentine's stocking. I think that'd be a great idea for Valentine's Day. But if you're doing it for Christmas, this is my suggestion for Christmas. If you want to make it really fun, you get the remote control vibrator. The one that controls, the one that hooks to your phone.
We've been talking about this
the
one.
one that hooks to your phone. Because then it's fun for both of you, right? It's not just a toy for her and you to watch. You get to have some fun, right? It's like a video game for you, right?
Right.
So
I would love for someone to be cool at doing that.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of fun.
dude, it's yeah, fucking so like I would get the vibrator that she can put on or in when you're out or when you're going to family. So like say you go to a family get together, right? For Christmas. How much fun would that be? Like, boop, it's like,
I like how you went with when you started this conversation, I for sure thought when you were like, hey, I thought that was leaning more in the Valentine's Day category.
Yes.
But you went right to Christmas on it.
well, that's what he's talking about, right?
No, for Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
But that would be a good Christmas one, you think?
Yeah, the remote control one. Fuck yeah, that'd be a great Christmas gift. It's small, it's subtle.
Yes, it is.
Right? It's not like it's a big fucking, it's not like you're going
Like a double-sided
dildo.
dildo.
And it's right at that playing field where it's not obnoxious, right?
That's
and
true.
it's not too much,
That's
right?
true.
And it's pink. Like I'm pretty sure they're pink or purple.
They're always, yeah.
So that's a very Christmassy thing, right? Fucking the white box, fucking, not that I bought one of these for somebody, but if I did.
I bought one for Christmas one time. It was the size of my leg, and it came with a plug. And I just remember taking it out looking like a baseball bat.
Well, yeah, you ordered a fucking plug-in
that
wall
was the
thing,
one
dude.
I
I don't know
told
what the
you, yeah.
fucking. That's a little crazy. That's a little different. This thing here is like that big.
Yeah, it's
got
like a
a little
bullet
fucking
size.
yeah. So like freaking. But yeah, that's something you can have fun with, right? On the way to a Christmas party, right? Freaking, that's something that you can like.
Look
you
at
can
you.
spice up the whole holiday thing, right?
Home run.
Fucking yeah. Then you have it for New Year's. You go out to New Year's. You go to the big party thing. You're like just dancing. Like I'm telling you that right there is a very nice, right on the border of.
Yes, it is
Perfect.
good. That's a good way to say it. It's right there.
Right there, right? Because if you do anything more than just one little fancy toy, and then it's a little much at Christmas, man. That's,
Yeah.
you're kind of, again, if it was Valentine's Day,
All in.
right?
Yeah, get a hotel,
Right? Yeah,
bring a
all
bunch of
in.
stuff.
But I think if you're asking my opinion, I think the remote control little vibrator thing is the best way to go.
We have a friend couple. They're amazing. I love them to death. I won't say their names, but they wouldn't even care. Actually, I'll say his name, Dave. David, a shout out for you. Dave is a Boston police officer. He's one of the nicest people and a giant show supporter. And when I met him, him and his now fiance are in a hotel room, and they're like, "Oh, come up, we just get a drink, whatever." And I get there, and my man's got like legitimately like a briefcase that you'd put like in the movie Pulp Fiction, he clips open the briefcase, and it was just a fucking. Like it almost looked like just everything you could possibly want with its own little styrofoam holder thing. And he's like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "It's the weekend." He's like, "It's just whatever in the mood for."
Fucking bottle of Viagra on one side,
Oh, it's-
Cialis on the other. Fucking,
Oh, it was great. It was like the best. He walked in, he goes, "So yeah, we got
That's so
options here."
funny.
So
That's so funny.
Oh, I love it so much. But
So funny.
all right, Jessica from Louisiana.
What's up, Louisiana?
I'm feeling a little bit unsure about this. I'm seeing a guy from North Dakota. He's got kids, and I'm okay with that, but I think I should get to know him a little better for meeting his little ones. How do you guys feel about dating and meeting kids? So you think there's a right time frame and not a right time frame? Like, how do you?
I think getting to know the person first before you get the kids involved is always a good idea. You know what I mean? I think dating some of the kids is absolutely fine. I think there's always a right time. But that's not for you to make. If you don't have the kids, that's not your choice, right? The right choice, the timing for the parent to make that choice is the most, right? So I wouldn't say it's something that you want to push onto somebody. But yeah, I think freaking if you want to date somebody who's got kids, you got to be okay with, the kids being first. That's something you have to understand, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna date somebody who has kids, you have to understand their kids are always gonna be first. All right. If they're a good parent, their kids are always gonna come first, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
that's their job, right? So you have to keep that in mind, right? So absolutely, if you want to date somebody who's got kids, it'll be okay with them having kids, is one thing. But understanding that they're always gonna put their kids first, and if their kids need them, they're gonna be there for them. You know?
I'm the only person that's ever done this. And by the way, not saying this the right thing because I'm such an odd person, but with Tyler, when he was little, I struggled because this is first of all, whenever I had him, everything else was off the table. No dates, no hanging out with people. Like my weekend was with him, and that's the way I always wanted it. And but as I started hanging out with people, I did something very unconventional. Now, I will guarantee you I am the only person that does this, and everybody will be like, what the fuck? But I introduced him to everybody. So I took the exact opposite thing, and Tyler's like, did I meet everybody? But what happened was I thought about this really long and hard. So everyone he met was just a friend. And by the way, I didn't even have to be dating people. It literally was friends and the people I was dating and seeing. And what helped me with him is he never thought anybody was special. And that kind of helped because if I kept him away from everybody and then randomly introduced him to somebody, I always thought to myself that person, he would have to tag special to them. And I didn't know if that person thought of his life, then how he would feel about that, right? So I took a weird opposite and introduced him to every single person that I wound up meeting. And eventually when I found someone who was special, he met Regina when he was 5. And that was really different because we set up a really good time to spend with him. But I don't tell people to do that. It was just very different for me, but it worked really well for me. What's up?
So I'm basically hearing that you use me for play.
I definitely used you a lot. I
didn't
have a dog, so I was like, oh, here's this small kid I take care of.
Look at me, I was a single dad.
Yeah. It worked.
It worked, right? It worked.
Whatever.
I just want to make a cute coup right now. Yes, I know there's a fake me messaging all of you.
Oh, my God.
Block them. Obviously, I'm not messaging anybody. Listen here, let's get this out of the way right now. I do not message anybody. I do not have Telegram. I am not meeting you in Hershey Park. Fucking, you know what I mean? I'm not reaching you out. I'm not reaching out to anybody. I don't use any social media as a dating app. If anybody reaches out to you, anybody, especially from any other site that's not verified mine, okay, let's just put it this way. If anybody reaches out to you in general,
it's not Chris.
It's not me.
Do you want to hear?
I don't reach out to anybody. I don't do that.
You want to hear the best one I got emailed about?
What?
I didn't even tell you because it was so off the wall. So a person keeps reaching out to me going, where does Chris live? And I'm like, why on earth would I tell anyone where Chris lives? And then, so anyways, come to find out what happened was an imposter account said that you were moving to Houston, Texas, and that you needed help with the down payment. And this woman went so deep with it that she actually had to call the realtor and the mortgage company to make sure it was real. And then she found out it was fake. And then, of course, I don't respond, right? And then she messaged me, oh, by the way, just to give you a heads up, it wasn't real. And I'm like,
no shit.
I'm like, so you were helping you were helping a stranger online put a down payment on a home? Like
fuck it, that's nuts. Listen,
crazy.
I am not broke, okay? I am not broke. And use your goddamn binds. Use your common sense. Honest to God, why would I reach out to you and ask you for money?
Why? But even if...
And the one that really drives me nuts is ones that say my kids are sick. If my kids were sick, I do social media every day. If my sons, the most important people in my life, were sick, do you think I would not do everything in my power to fucking get my kids healthy? I would not make posts about that shit.
Yeah.
I don't need your money. There's no management group. Tony's not reaching out to you. There's no fucking VIP fucking bullshit.
No.
Everything we do is through the website.
Yeah.
And through the email that's directly to us.
That's it.
That's it. Nobody's reaching out to you. I'm not reaching out to your grandma. If your grandma doesn't want to believe that I love when people think that I'm the people reach out to me.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my friend thinks that she's talking to you, blah, blah, blah. And I tell them, I said, listen, I'm not talking to them. Why would I talk to them from another account that has 5 people on it?
Why, it's the best.
Fucking, why would I talk to you from another fucking account and fucking reach out to your grandmother? Like, why? If we can, and she sends her grandmother the screenshot of the thing, and her grandma goes, "Oh, he's definitely the scammer." I'm the scammer.
You're the scammer.
I'm the scammer. Like, get the fuck out! Like, you don't want to believe it. That's your fault. Like, you're an idiot. Sorry.
Yeah, you got to take personal responsibility,
Yes.
people.
So
like,
listen, if anybody's messaging you right now on TikTok or on Instagram or on Facebook saying, "Hey, I'm part of Christians," they're not.
no.
There's nobody. Nobody's reaching out to you. This is it. This is the closest we're getting right here.
Yes.
This is it.
I can't even get into it because the fact that somebody would try to put a down payment on a stranger's home they'd never met.
Dude, the one girl freaking messaged me and told me that she just cut this girl's hair. And freaking and the girl's like all excited because she's going to Hershey to meet me.
Oh yeah, I did this
The
one.
girl paid for a hotel room,
told
paid
me.
for dinner to meet me because my VIP group, my management group, told her that she can meet me if she pays for. Who the fuck am I to make you pay for shit?
Yes, I
to come
mean-
and meet me, right? Freaking, and I said to her, I said, listen, you got to tell her to stop. She's getting her money back. She's getting scammed. She's making a drive for nothing. She sends it to her friend. Her friend literally goes, oh, well, that's definitely the scammer. That's not the real Chris. I said, all right, well, then there you go. I was like, you tell your friend that when I don't show up at the hotel, because I'm not there, I don't live in Pennsylvania, that when I show up, listen, don't make it a bad day. Hershey Park's right around the corner.
Yes.
Go take a tour of the Hershey Park.
Go get a chocolate bar.
And go get a chocolate bar. It's great this time of year. Fucking
Crazy as shit.
stupid.
Oh.
I'm the scammer. Freaking.
All right. Danielle and Chris write in from Houston, Texas. A couple. This is a tough one.
I love when couples write in.
Oh, it's my favorite.
It's a tough one.
Oh, it's a tough one.
Yeah.
Danielle wants their 7-year-old in therapy because she thinks that early emotional support can prevent future issues. Chris says therapy is unnecessary unless something is wrong and thinks it's overparenting. Danielle says his mindset is the problem. So between Danielle and Chris, where do we feel about putting a 7-year-old in therapy that's not needed?
No.
No.
Why are you creating a problem that's not there?
Oh.
Why? So what you're telling me, right, is that you want to make your child feel like they have a problem when they don't have one.
Yeah.
You want to make them feel like there's something wrong with them when there's not. Like, that's what you're doing. What you're doing right now is you're taking your issues about therapy and your issues that you haven't dealt with and projecting them onto your child. It's 100% what you're doing. You're projecting whatever your issues are onto that child. So what you need to do is stop. Chris is right. I'm not just saying it because they're the same name. Good for you, Chris.
Yeah, Chris, you're right.
You're Chris. Chris is absolutely freaking right about this. Your daughter doesn't need therapy. You putting your daughter, and here's the thing too. I have therapists reach out to me all the time that go to therapists. All the time. I literally do. I literally have therapists message me and go, hey, listen, I love what you're doing. I think it's great. You're making a difference in the world. You're making a difference in my day. I tell my therapist, even though I'm a therapist, I go see a therapist and they tell me they appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah.
So what I'm telling you, and I'm being honest with you, do not create an issue in your child when there isn't one. Right? Like, freaking kids are easy. I'll be honest to God with you. Kids are easy. Show them love. Show them compassion. Talk to them like they're important. Make eye contact. Let them know that they're safe and secure with you, and your kid's gonna grow up fine.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The biggest thing is make that eye contact, make that connection, hug your child, let them know they're loved, let them know the world isn't an easy place.
No.
That the world is hard, but it's how you frame it, as Tony says, or how your perception is of it, that defines your lifestyle, right? And then what the habits you create. So if you want to do something good for your daughter, if you want to do something good for your kids, take them hiking, spend more time with them, read a book to them. If we can do stuff that's going to make memories and not problems.
Yeah, it drives me crazy when I see and this is the problem nowadays. Like, you used to think that it was overparenting when it came to sports. And now when it's stuff like this, when I see, hey, this is my child. They're 3. They haven't picked a gender yet. And I just want to, I want to go through the internet and I want to strangle the parent. Because what you're doing as a parent is you're putting your thoughts, your feelings, your political, whatever your
fucking
beliefs,
issues are.
your issues on a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they haven't picked their gender yet? Like, they're, what? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what the
Here's the thing. Here's something I've done really good at, and I'm very proud of this, is I let my children be their own individuals. I let them develop in who they think they need to be for themselves. Listen, I've got issues. I've got fucking issues, man. You know, Lord knows I've got fucking problems, right? But they're my problems. They're my problems. And if I'm going to treat my kids right, if I'm going to do right by them, I'm going to keep them mine. I'm not going to put them on my child, right? That's what I'm saying when I say about when I made that deal with myself at 7 years old to keep that generational trauma of an absent father from happening, right? What I was doing was changing the narrative. I wasn't putting my issues, my abandonment issues on my kids. I was just making sure they never had any, right? By being there, by being a good father, by being like my kids, honestly, my oldest son calls me all the time.
Oh, he's hilarious when he calls you.
Tells me everything. Everything.
He really does.
He really does. He tells me fucking, even if he knows what I'm going to be upset about and I'm going to bust his ass about. You know what I mean? Even when he knows what I'm going to say, he tells me the truth. My youngest son has no problem telling me what he did wrong at school, you know, what's going on. I have a great relationship with both my kids. And it's because I treat them as individual people. I treat them as an equal, and I show them respect. And my kids know I love them because when they talk to me, I put down everything I'm doing and I look at them. I make eye contact with them. You know, I hug my kids when I see them. I have no problem telling my kids I love them. Right? Freaking so those simple things, those simple basic things, man, is what's most important to make sure your child is mentally secure.
Can Isaiah make coffee now?
Yes. I know, right? Fucking failed that kid. See, I was too busy hugging him. I should have taught him how to make coffee.
No,
he's doing good. No, he's doing really, really good. He just made 2 big sales for iHeartRadio, so
Did
good for
he?
him. Yeah, he made 2 really big sales for iHeartRadio. So shout out,
that's
kid.
up, buddy.
Yeah, do your thing, kid.
So look, I say it all the time about Tyler. One of the things about him when he was growing up is, and I think you hit the nail on the head. Like me and his mom don't get along, and that's fine. But it never was about him. As far as he was concerned, I'm like, your mom loves you. I love you. We love you. It doesn't matter about us or what we go through. Your job is to protect your kids from that shit. You know, and I give props to my parents. My parents had a really tough marriage. They were together since they were 15, and they were married. They had me and my brother at like 16 and 17. But when they got divorced, I remember talking to my brother about it. We had zero clue. And they just came to us and like, hey, just so you guys know, we've had issues for a long time. We just really kind of protected you guys from them. And as hard as it was, I look at it as an adult, and I'm so happy because I tell my wife all the time, all I remember is a great childhood. Yeah. I don't know the disaster it could have been, but that's your job as a parent, is to protect your fucking kids. That's the same with
Isaiah, right? So Isaiah, me and his mom, after we broke up and stuff, and we spent 5 years fighting in court, and I finally won. You know, I made sure, even though I won, that I had her at every single holiday, every single birthday party, everything that had to do with our son Isaiah. We did it together, right? So my oldest son will tell you that even though he grew up in a broken home, he never felt like he had a broken home. You know what I mean? He never felt like that, right? And that's because we put the kid first. You know, but the whole thing here is going back to that whole don't create a problem when there's not one there. You know what I mean?
Kayla and Jordan write in from Seattle, Washington.
What's up, Washington?
All right. So my boyfriend keeps getting a hard on in the middle of the night.
Well, good for him.
Good for him, baby.
Good for you, bro.
You know your test is good. Every time it happens, I wake up mad because I swear he must be having some kind of sex dream.
No.
He keeps saying, babe, it's biology. It's not about anyone.
No.
I don't buy it. How am I supposed to believe you're not dreaming about
oh my God,
somebody
you
else?
Insecure woman.
Am I crazy for this?
Yes. You're fucking insane.
Yes, let's just help you.
If he was smart, it's a red flag and he'd run from you. No, listen, it's a natural thing. It is a natural thing. Guys get hard-ons while they're sleeping. Honest to God, when a guy is passed out is when their dick is thinking for themselves. They'll start poking and prodding and fucking bumping into things. And then, you know, I don't know how many times I slept with a girl if she'd be sleeping over, and next thing you know, we're having sex in the middle of the night and I wake up to it. You know what I mean? Fucking like I wake up to the idea that we're now having sex, and she's like, "Well, you started it. You're, you know, and freaking and it, you know, it happens. Be happy it happens." I say this all the time. The moment he doesn't get a hard on for you, then there's a problem.
Oh yeah.
Then there's a problem. If you're not, if how do you yell at somebody for sleeping and get a hard on?
You've
That
said
is
this a
fucking
million
nuts.
times too. It's like I think women miss this point. It's like
Yeah.
if we're trying to have sex with you, if we have hard-ons around you, if we want to touch you and play with
Because
you,
we like you.
we like you.
It's because we like you. It's because we want you.
The bigger problem is if we're not doing it.
If none of that's happening, then that's the issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't get it backwards.
Totally
Come on.
backwards. Totally ass. Here's my thing. Here's the thing that really cracks me up. I was thinking about this earlier today. Why is it so ass backwards that if a man wants to sleep with you, somehow that turns into a bad thing? Like if you're dating somebody and he wants you, why is that a bad thing all of a sudden after you start being together for a while?
Yeah.
Like where in your brain, in your psyche go, oh, now that I have him, we've been dating for a long time, I don't have to fuck him. I don't have to do this for him. Like, why not? Like, why would you not want to do that? That's like, that's like, I don't know. That's like going to like the best cake factory ever and decide you don't want a piece of cake. That's just not in the cake. It's just
Yeah.
stupid. It's just dumb.
I think about this all the time because I remember being and going to therapy with somebody, and this came up, and I said, I struggle because to me the you look at the honeymoon phase of a relationship, and it's funny how people are willing to do fucking anything when it's about gaining your attention and getting rid of the rest of the hoes that are around you. But as soon as you get together, all of a sudden that person thinks it's time to quit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but this is when like we've built a life and now you're safe and we're building something together. And I should be more valuable to you now as a man, but somehow I'm not as valuable and we don't have to do those things. And that to me is when couples talk to me about that, or we talk about that in like when people write into the show, it drives me crazy because if you're with your spouse and they're more important to you today than they were when you fucking met them at the bar, why are you not putting in more effort now to make them happy?
That goes back to that double standard, right? So they always say, I always see these videos all the time, man. When you got a girl, man, you make sure you date her the whole time. You make sure that you give her flowers. You make sure you make that effort to show you love her. Okay. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing to show that effort? What are you doing to let that man know that you care? What are you doing to make sure that you still have him? Like, why is it one-sided? Why is the guy got to do all this stuff to prove he loves you and blah, 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 but you don't have to do anything to keep his love?
Bro.
Fuck that shit.
Bro, here's the thing that fucking drives me up a wall. Think about this. Think about the difference of what it takes for, and I know it's going to be one of the times I'm going to piss people off, but in my heart, it is so much easier for a woman to keep a man happy. It does not take a lot. It doesn't take a lot of thought. It's so it's so simple, but yet, and it's so hard for us for everything that we're asked to do and be all these things that we have to be a protector, provider, and do this and be here and take care of all these things. And then the opposite of that is like, hey, just fuck your husband and tell him that you're proud of him. And that becomes a difficult thing to do. I hate saying that, but it's just...
I just want to point this out here, and I just want to say this. Melissa, this is why you're single. This is why nobody wants you, Melissa.
Oh, what was the comment?
Interesting how men are so clueless.
Clueless?
I guarantee you, Melissa, I can tell by your whole comment, you don't have anybody in your life.
Yeah, you're
and this
clueless.
Is why, because you automatically think men are dumber than you, and that's just ignorant on your own.
Yeah.
So this is why you're single, Melissa. I'm not going to block you. I want you to hear me say it. This is why you're single, Melissa. All right? This is why you're single.
Yeah, clueless.
And will be. Have fun with those 30 cats you have.
Yes. By the way, married for 13 years, but I'm clueless. So, all right. Sure. All right, Megan from New Jersey.
What's up, Jersey?
I can't piss people off. It's
It's okay.
I'll go
Listen,
right down the way.
that is a great example right there. Freaking of somebody who's ignorant of what they think. You know what I mean? Like they're just. Oh, she's married. I guarantee you're not married for 50 years.
Yeah,
I guarantee it. If he is, he's probably dead inside.
Yes.
He's probably totally.
You're married for 50 years.
He's like somebody should have shot me a long time ago.
Married for years, but you don't have to put any work.
Being married and being happy, two different things, sweetheart.
Very two different things. Megan from New Jersey writes in, hey, Tony and Chris, I'm curious from a guy's perspective as we head into the holidays.
Yes.
If you could get anything for Christmas from your significant other, spouse, partner, whatever, something meaningful, not just something material, what would you actually ask for? Is it something physical, an experience, quality time, effort, support, appreciated? I feel like a lot of women overthink the gifts and miss what men actually want. So I'd love to hear from two men, honestly, what you would want to hope for Christmas.
What would I hope for Christmas if I was with somebody?
Not materialist, not a material thing, but if something just an easy gift that a woman could give you that you would be like, it's appreciated. Look at Tyler. What, you got an idea, Tyler? What does a 17-year-old want from his girlfriend?
No. My friends make this joke all the time.
Oh God, what is it?
I know you guys will find it funny.
Okay, this is gonna be good.
They're my friends that have girlfriends. They always tell their girlfriend, "I just want you under the tree, just wrapped, nothing else."
That's normal.
That's a great answer.
That's a great answer.
It's a good answer.
But like, I'll be an easy. I tell my wife all the time because she struggles because I don't need anything. Like, what do I wear? Jeans and t-shirt. You don't need to buy me anything but here's what I ask for, and this is just for me. I like experiences. So I like to go away so we can spend time together.
I was going to say the same thing. I would say if you want to give me anything for Christmas, give me a gift to travel.
Yeah, like I want
to go somewhere.
Yeah,
you know
I
what
like
I mean?
going
I want to
away.
go do something. You know what I mean? You don't have to give me. I don't want anything. I don't materialistic wise.
No.
You know what I mean? I'd rather go do something amazing, and have a trip.
Yeah, you spend time together, you get away from people, you obviously can connect. And obviously, look, and I'm not even saying it to be sexual. It's just, I think those memories, that time away and that quality time is priceless. So actually, my wife knows when we buy gifts for each other, I bet you any amount of money, most of the things upstairs for me are probably experiences. Tickets to a show.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely. Experiences are the best thing to do.
Yeah.
You're going to spend money on anything. Like so for me, like my oldest son asked me, he goes, "Dad, what do you want for Christmas?" And I told him, I said, "Man, you know what? I got what I want for Christmas. Like I'm going to spend it with both my boys. I mean, we're going to spend time together doing something exciting, and that's going to be my Christmas present. You know what I mean? That's all I need to do.
I love that one. A massage, a great meal, and a new
Great
experience.
I like that. Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, that's awesome. Rachel and Tom from Nashville. Hey, Chris and Tony, we're reaching out together because even though we're currently separated, we're trying to navigate this season as thoughtfully as possible for the kids. This will be our first Christmas and New Year's not living under the same roof, and we both are feeling a mix of guilt, sadness, and anxiety about how to handle the holidays without creating any stress for the kids. We want our kids to feel safe, loved, and excited, but we're just not sure how to approach this. Can you guys talk about this from two dads who've been divorced?
That's a tough one. I understand what you're both going through. I really do. I think, is this the first one?
First one. First holiday where they're separated, living in separate places.
I think it's okay to have a sleepover. You know what I mean? If you're comfortable doing that, I think it's okay to have a sleepover. I think it's okay to instead of him sleeping in your room or you sleeping in his room, you can just make it that you guys have this big camp out sleepover, like a whole new tradition thing, right? Trying to make it fun. And it's going to be hard, right? Because if this is how you really want it to be separated, eventually you're going to have to pull the Band-Aid off and not have the overnight stuff, right? I don't know how old your kids are. I think they're very young. It's the best thing to do that. I think it's put your stuff aside and spend that time together for the kids. You both don't want to miss out, right? And if you guys are able to communicate on a very mature level and put the kids first, I think it's good to share those experiences together. Here's something people don't think about. They don't think about this when they get divorced and they have kids and all this stuff is that even though you're divorced, you are entwined together for the rest of your lives. You know, I still talk to my oldest kid's mom. My oldest kid's 26. I still talk to her. You know what I mean? I still, if she's got to complain about something about our kid, I'm the one she calls, right? So it's something that you're gonna, you have to both get and me and her fought for 5 years in court, spent like $25,000 and did this whole battle thing. And it wasn't until after it was done that we got along. And now I'll be honest with you, man, it's been 21 years since then. And, God bless his mom. I appreciate everything she does for him and everything else. We have a good bond. I consider her a really good friend. I consider her a really good person. She did a milestone in my kid's life, my youngest kid's life. She came and testified on my behalf to get my youngest son. She literally looked at the lawyer and my ex-wife and said, fighting me in court was the biggest mistake she ever made because I'm never going to give up and I'm a good dad. And she was right. But I think you have to remember you got married as friends, right? You got married because you love each other. You have kids because you loved each other. And I think if you handle it maturely and you're able to have those moments still together as a family, I think you should take advantage of it. I think you should definitely take advantage of it because eventually you guys are both going to find somebody else you love and those things aren't going to happen anymore, right? And your kids are going to get older and those experiences that you get to have that are once in a lifetime, those holidays are going to vanish and they're not going to come back again. It's the hardest part is like I miss my youngest kid's second birthday. I miss a lot of Christmases with him. I miss a lot of birthdays of his, and I'll never get those back, right? But so what I do is focus on the time I have now. So I'm telling you, if you really care about your kids, put them first and do what's right by them, right? And take advantage of the moments that you could have together as family for them, because it's going to help them a lot in the whole transition of everything.
Yeah, the thing that we did for first of all, kudos to you guys for being open and talking about it.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, that you're already winning, right?
Yep.
And your kids should be proud that you guys are putting them first. I know for me it was a little harder because Tyler lived in a different state, so traveling back and forth. But what I decided, because what hurt me as a kid from a divorced family was my parents arguing about that stupid ass. You're here from 12 to 6, and you're there from 6 to 12.
Dumbest shit.
It's the dumbest shit ever. So what I agreed to, and this is what I think becomes a bigger thing for you as a parent. Holidays don't need to be on the day of the holiday. So what I mean by that is what we did for Thanksgiving is I didn't want him in a car halfway through being able to spend time with his family, with his mom. So he would spend Thanksgiving the whole day, spend it there, the night, everything else. And then I would do Thanksgiving with him either the weekend before or the weekend after. So he got 2 Thanksgivings. Yeah. And this is the way we always talked about it. And Christmas, when he was little, we just told him, I said, look, if he was going to be with me all of Christmas, it was great. And then he would do Christmas with his mom like a couple days later. And what we would tell the kids is Santa Claus comes twice for you. And my thing about that is, look, and if you live close, I think his idea of pitching a tent and doing a sleepover, making it fun sounds awesome, because then your kids can see you guys get along, which is fantastic. But if that's not a possibility, the only thing I implore parents to do is don't make your kid get in a fucking car just after they open their Christmas presents at someone's house,
terrible.
And then fucking get in a car and have to go to another house. You're doing it for you. You're not doing it for them. That's you being selfish because you think it has to be on this particular day, when the reality of it is a kid doesn't give a shit. They're just excited to get presents.
Yeah.
And the more presents and the more days and the more family, the better. And Ty, I know you did it. So, I mean, was it better for you that way? Like, you grew up through it.
It was honestly, I mean, having 2 parents so far away from each other, those times where we did do that, because there was a few times.
There's a few times early we did it.
There's a few early times that we did. I mean, it kind of ruined the day.
Ruined the day. You can say it.
Ruined the day.
It's fine.
And the holiday is about celebrating, but you don't have to celebrate on the day. And I think Dad hit that right on the nail. I mean, have fun when you can. I mean, celebrating it is the fun part of it.
Yeah. So Eric from Arkansas writes in. Oh my God, we're getting close to the end of the show. It never.
Oh, quick.
Never. That's why we have more episodes coming possibly. Eric from Arkansas writes in. Hey, Chris and Tony, I've listened to you both openly talk about your past, and it's clear you've each had your own battles that shaped who you are today. Something I'm really curious about is how you learn to be kinder to yourself along the way. For a lot of us, self-criticism feels normal, and it's almost what keeps us sharp and accountable. But over time, it just turns into carrying a lot of unnecessary weight. How do you shift from being hard on yourself to showing yourself more grace? And do you have any tips for how that worked for you?
So, so self-deprecation is a real thing, right? Self-deprecation is a real thing. And it's counterintuitive, right? So you have to understand something that self-deprecation isn't something you created for yourself, right? It's something that you've heard people say about you, whether it be a loved one or a parent or a person. Those things that pop into your head, those negative thoughts are things and thoughts I guarantee you that somebody else planted there, right? I got told all the time, man, that I wasn't good enough, that I always had to be better, that I had to prove myself, I had to try things, that whatever job I did wasn't good enough. You know what I mean? Part of my issue that I still work with is looking for approval, right? I look for approval and shit, right? Because of the issues that I had when I was growing up. So I think the first step of self-love, of understanding not to self-deprecate, not to beat yourself up, is understand that the words that you say to yourself, again, I say this all the time, are the heaviest weights you're ever going to carry, right? And not only do they affect you mentally and emotionally, but the words you say to yourself affect you physically. It can cause physical harm to yourself when you self-deprecate, right? And here's the thing, and I mean this, I'd say 100% of the times, those things that you say about yourself that are negative are not true. They're not true. There were seeds implanted in by insecurities, by self-doubt, by not being, told that you were good enough enough times when you were younger, right? So I think understanding the first part of all that is accepting the good and the bad about yourself and loving them equally, right? So you're gonna love everything that you fucked up on or that you made mistakes about, as much as you did the things you did really well. Because you understand something, like those things that you made mistakes about, those things that were uncomfortable, those things that that were mistakes, those accidents or whatever they were that happened in your life, help create you who you are today, right? And I think loving who you are today is a great way to accept everything about yourself. Like, nobody's perfect, nobody, right? We all have our imperfections, but there's beauty in those imperfections. There's strength in those imperfections, and being okay with those things, and truly loving those things equally, is a huge step forward, right? And the fact that you're asking that question again, I bring this all the time. I go back to this when you feel like you're asking these questions to us. That's you. That's your body, your mind, your spirit saying that you are ready to learn something new, to evolve, and to let go of that old past. A lot of people always say, I want to go back to who I used to be. Truth of the matter of fact, you can never go back to who you used to be. I can't even go back to who I was yesterday. Yeah, because who I am today is totally different from who I was yesterday. And that's a good thing. That's a great thing. Like, we are meant to evolve. We are meant to grow. We are meant to change, And when you ask these questions, that's you trying to evolve. That's you trying to change. That's you trying to learn something new so you can adapt to the new person you're growing into being, right? So I think it's great that you ask these questions. I really do appreciate it on a whole psychological level. But I think that, again, the first part of this whole journey for you, man, is like, all right, I'm on the right path. I asked this question. I'm ready to learn more. I'm ready to evolve and change. And I'm going to keep asking these questions to get more knowledge so I can evolve into that person that I really, truly love and want to be.
Yeah, and it's exactly the same, evolving and growing. All I ever thought about when I was down on myself, to be kind to myself, was I just wanted to continue to grow and learn. And I just always felt that if I could look at myself and feel like I was heading in the right direction, I was growing as a person, I was trying to learn, I found that it was easier to be kinder to myself because I felt like I was becoming a better person. And when I stopped growing and stopped learning and shut down, that's when I always would feel the worst about myself. Mm-hmm. So 100% right on the head. We got 2 questions left. The first one's Calvin from Auckland, New Zealand. Auckland, New Zealand.
It's funny because I had a friend of mine who reached out to me I haven't talked to in years from New Zealand. So shout out to you, Jess. Freaking, I haven't talked to her in years. She showed up on my feed all of a sudden. But yeah, from New Zealand. So shout out to Kiwis.
The Kiwis, baby.
Kiwis.
I went on a date with a girl and everything seemed great. We even hooked up and spent the night together. Yesterday, I asked her if she wanted, by the way, I just got this in. Yesterday, I asked her if she wanted to go out again. She said yes, and then has immediately texted me with this following message, which I have not answered yet. I'm waiting for you guys to help me answer it. She wrote me, "Would you be open to feedback?" I haven't responded yet because I have no idea what that means. How am I supposed to respond to this? Is it normal, or am I getting hit with a performance review?
Wait, what?
So you went on a date,
Yes.
They hooked up, everything went great, and they slept together.
Okay.
So a couple of days went past, and so he wrote her, was like, "Hey, just wanted to see if she wanted to go out again." And she said yes. And yesterday, in the middle of their text conversation, she followed up with a random thing. "Would you be open to feedback?" So he said, he watches the show. He said, "I haven't answered this text message yet." He wants to know how we would answer it.
No.
No.
No. If she's asking you for feedback, if she's telling you she wants to give you feedback, it's not going to be good.
No.
It's not going to be a good review. Because if it was really good, she wouldn't even want to tell you. She'd be telling all her friends.
Just the fact that, you know what, and even if you don't say yes, because here's why. Even if you wanted to and it's wrong, it's going to stick in your head.
I'm going to tell you to say yes. I want to know.
You want to know?
It's no longer about you, bro. I want to know what the feedback is.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I want to know. No, I want to know. I want to know what she's going to say. It's going to be some fucking brutal shit,
Look,
bro.
Calvin, if you care about this show,
if you care about, we need a follow-up.
you'll say yes. And then tell us what it was. and then don't talk to her anymore after that.
Fuck.
That's crazy.
No, I think. Listen, I think
You could always write her, "Are you open to one as well?" But then it goes off on the wrong foot.
It doesn't matter what you say, right? It's gonna come off like you're being a dick. Freaking. No, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a good review. Maybe she gives you a 5-star review. Is there a fucking app that does that?
Is there?
I could have swore. I swear to God, there's this app that tells women whether or not guys are any good in bed. If there's not, we should create one.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
We should create an app.
That's the app you should make.
We should make an app that lets women vote if any guy's any good. That'd be terrible, though. That'd be terrible. Guys, no, never mind.
The
Don't do that.
viciousness. No,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
That'd be terrible. I just say that because I know I get a good one.
That was it. She like, are you any good in bed? Just be like, you can go ahead and check me out on Advice Unfiltered.
Advice Unfiltered.
You can check out my 72 reviews.
Yeah, I want to know what she's going to say. I'm so curious. I mean, listen, honest advice, no. No.
But
For a good show.
please, Calvin, just ask.
I'm so curious.
Know that she's not good for you.
Aren't you guys curious?
Yes. No.
So fucking curious.
Just ask, and then do me a favor. Just send me an email tomorrow and tell me what it was. It'd be fantastic.
We're going to tell everybody.
Of course we are. But he watches the show. He knows. All right. And to bring the show home,
So funny.
Elias from Oslo, Norway. I went on a date with the girl and everything seemed totally normal. But when we were leaving the restaurant, the hostess stopped us with the manager because she stole the silverware, the salt and pepper shakers, and even the tiny centerpiece that she stuffed into her purse
my
while I was in the
God.
bathroom. They ended up letting us go, and I was fucking embarrassed. The date ended fine, but she just messaged me. She wants to go out again. I'm going to be honest with you guys. She's really pretty. And I'm curious what it would be like outside the restaurant. But is this something a guy can realistically look past?
So let me get this straight. It was their first date,
First date.
and she decided to steal everything.
He goes to the bathroom and she decides to steal all the shit, the table. So the silverware, the centerpiece, the salt and pepper shakers, and shoves them into her purse. And they get called on the way out.
Wow.
I mean,
That's a huge red flag, bro.
giant red flag.
Giant red flag. I don't care how hot she is.
Here's the problem. Like, if she's
You know what cracks me up is the guy's actually thinking about going on a date with her again.
well, that's the whole. That's what
that's
I'm
the
glad.
funniest part, right?
Because
Where's
she's
the chick
hot.
at?
Because he said, because Oslo, Norway.
Oslo,
Oslo,
all right,
Norway. Because he
well,
said she's hot, and that's of course. This is how funny it is. This is why I hate doing this. I know I'm gonna be such an ass when I do this. Let a guy have stole some shit, and let some girl. What girl is gonna be like? But he was so hot. I want to see if I can
you're
go on a
right.
date with again,
Yeah,
right?
Only a guy would be like, okay.
Only
Maybe Melissa's right.
guys are like, well, she's pretty.
Maybe Melissa's right. Guys aren't clueless. Nothing else wrong about you, Melissa.
No, we might be stupid sometimes. We're not clueless though. I mean,
I was fucking like, why would you go on? All right, so yes, no,
no, yes, no.
yes, she's hot. No, don't go on a date with her.
No.
Freaking, yeah, dude. Like, listen, you're thinking with your dick.
You are.
You're straight up thinking with your dick. And here's what's happening: is you think you're gonna get laid by her? It's not. It's gonna be the guy that you're in jail with after you get arrested with her.
Yes, she's
She's
gonna steal
fucking you, bro.
She's gonna steal your kidney while you're sleeping.
Yeah, she's gonna steal your kidney, or you're gonna end up in jail with a big dude. He's gonna, oh, you sure you got a pretty mouth? Yeah, you're not gonna get her at all. So no, don't. And here's the thing: I would tell you to I would tell you, like, listen, just invite her over, make her dinner. But she might steal your shit.
She'll steal your shit.
She's
That's
gonna
what I'm
steal your
worried
shit.
about.
Yeah, she would
Yes.
steal your shit. So no, that's a huge red flag. Run, bro. Like run. No.
Or-
I had girls. Listen, I had girls do that to me once in St. Patty's Day in Miami. Fucking these chicks came running up to me like, oh, you know, I'm going back like a long time ago. And fucking they came up to me like, oh my God, come with us. We're going to the bar. Blah blah blah. And they're like jumping on me and like give me a kiss on my cheek. Blah blah blah. We go in the bar. I go to the bathroom. I come back. They're gone. The bartender's looking at me and go, that's $130.
Oh yeah, the tab.
I go, for what? And he goes, they ordered shots that you were paying for it. I was like, well, you're a fucking idiot because I wasn't even standing here, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not paying for shit. And fucking, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I was like, I literally just met them right outside the road. Like, right outside, dude. I don't even know their names. And the guy's like, oh, well, somebody's got to pay for this. I'm like, yeah, well, you got to go find them, bro. I was like, I didn't order shit. I didn't even drink anything in your bar. But yeah, no, that's a huge. And then I walk out of the bar and they see me like, hey. And I'm like, no. And I walk the other way. Walk the other way, bro. Jesus.
Or you could, but like I said, just don't bring her home because she's gonna steal your shit.
If you do go on a date with Adele, let us know.
That's why I always like side to it. Or you could be in jail. He said, he goes, you got a purred mouth.
You got to put him out there, Bob. Fuck no.
All right, as we bring the show to a close, as always, first off, any final thoughts from you there, sir? Any shout-outs to the hockey squad? Any shout-outs from you, young sir?
Shouts out to the Wrench. Love you, bro. Shouts out to North Hockey. Shouts out to everyone, all my friends. Love them all. Shouts out to Dad. Know you've been putting in hard work.
Getting there.
I barely see you come up from this basement, putting all this work in.
Are you moving? You're moving over to the couch next week. You excited?
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's gonna be a good time.
We got a little setup for you.
A little setup.
There you go. Then you can give the crew a shout out. Well, you're doing a great job, and never forget, you're part of an award-winning show, baby.
I know.
So we could say that. And Ming, anything? Now, Ming, you're gonna be here next week?
I'll be here next week.
All right,
Yes,
so we
for
got
the
one
couch
more, we got
debut.
one more
Yeah,
pre-Christmas
I
episode
should be
for you.
here. Yeah, for
All
sure.
right, good. I wanted to make sure before we saw you for the holidays. Any shout-outs for you there, sir?
It's an honor being here every
Oh,
week,
bro,
so
we love you to
I love
death. You're the
being
most
down
famous
here.
person in the room. Well, I meant to ask you this. So, what does an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old ask you for Christmas?
My wife handled all that.
She handles it all?
Broadway tickets and and computer gear. My son's a gamer.
Do your kids got a podcast?
Not yet. We'll see. They have podcasted, but they don't have a podcast. Not yet.
Oh, all right, good. So, all right, so we'll wait to say holidays to you next week. And but outside that, as always, first off, there was, as we bring the show to a close, 46 weeks in, closing into our first. Well, technically, February 3rd will be our first year. But first of all, I want to give a shout out to Native Pharmaceuticals because not just because John's a great guy and we're going to work with them. But I never know if my dog's going to like something. So here's the funny part. He would not leave us alone. We give him some of this Calm Canine organic pumpkin and peanut butter.
Yeah, he's gone.
And my man's gone. He passed out and left.
Gone.
He's gone. So I guess it works. So anything for the dog, I'm all excited about. But, for you guys who are checking out for next year, the Ambassador Group, we're going to start taking interviews and applications for that right after Christmas. So that's going to be fantastic. Advice Unfiltered After Dark is going to go live in January. So, that's going to be awesome. We're working on a commercial. We got some sponsorships. And, of course, as like Chris said in the beginning, my God, the guest lineup is going to be amazing. So there's a lot of really, really great things. But honestly, and I know Chris will say this as well, none of this is possible without you guys who join the show. None of this is possible without you guys watching us live and joining us from all of these different things that we do and supporting us and sharing and liking, subscribing. And we really just are so lucky this holiday season to be blessed with the love and the support that you guys give us. And we're really happy. I mean, Chris nailed a home run when he thought about this show being about the people. It's really it's been a huge thing. And you said something the other day, which I never really thought about. You know what? Nobody really has the balls to go live, and that's how it's unfiltered. There's no delay. Whatever we say, we say. It's how we feel about it. Shout out to poor Melissa over there who's married for 50 years in an unhappy marriage. And but as always, I love all you guys back there. Chris knows how much I love him. The thing. By the way, I say this to you guys all the time about the Cameo thing. I get emails all the time. It's just about how great of a person he is. How much he really cares about the stuff he does, all the work you're putting in for the hardcore synergy thing's amazing. I hope that's going to be so successful. And I said it to you when we first met, man. That's true. It's the next. I won't say it to you guys because between us, but yeah, it's just the next year's going to be fucking. Oh, no. It's going to be so amazing.
Yeah, I know.
And but outside that, I pass it over to the man himself to end the show as always, Christopher David.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? What a great show, right? It was fucking good. It was so good. You know what I love about our show? Fucking everything.
It's like
that's fucking I love it.
You love it
everything.
all.
I love it all, bro. What's really great is to see something that you visioned growing and evolving, right? Like, I started this 9 years ago. Actually, if you want to be accurate about all this, I started this 17 years ago when I first started my first YouTube show called Thinking Thirsty.
Thinking Thirsty.
Thinking Thirsty. So when I graduated from my broadcasting school, I ended up doing the Philly Chili Bowl, and me and these two kids we want to do a food show, and it was called Thinking Thirsty. And it's funny because it came up in my memory on YouTube. I forgot about it, dude. It's been so long ago. We did like 10 episodes, man. It was all about drinks and food and blah, 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 and making shots and holiday shots. It was a totally different time, man. And then came up past your bedtime with Bobby 5 years ago, up past your bedtime on TikTok, just going live on TikTok. And I knew, man, I knew we had something. I knew I had this idea that if we had these people's comments come up, these viewers come up, and we did it live. We did it live. Nobody has the balls to talk like us. Nobody has the balls to do what we're doing. Everybody's on a delay, right? This is it. This is it. What you see is what you get. And I knew if I found the right person to do it with, and I did, thank God. I gotta say the best thing that ever came in a lifetime was meeting you. God's honest truth, dude. Like I think about how everything lined up, right? How Lifetime came and asked me to work for him. How I struggled the first year to make top trainer, and I did it, and I kicked ass, and I owned it all. And then I was driving to Pennsylvania to do part of the Tribe podcast. I was driving there, 5-hour trip, round trip every Thursday night. I was driving there to do it with three great guys, Buddy, Bobby, and German. I was doing the show with them, part of the Tribe, which I thought was really good. But it was too far. It was too difficult, man. And then meeting you at the right time last year it'd be what, February?
February 3rd will be our first.
February 3rd year will be a year, man. And I knew I had lightning in a bottle. I knew I just needed the right person to do it with. So I appreciate you, Tony. I appreciate everything you do, to make this show happen. And I appreciate everybody out there. Like, you guys are insane. Like, you guys are crazy. But I love you all. Like, I love you all. Like, you guys are amazing. Like, I literally went from 3,000 followers in February to almost 1 million.
So fucking crazy.
In 10 months, right?
So crazy.
So nuts, right? And I got more videos over 1 million now than I do that don't. You know what I mean? I think I got like 36 videos at over 1 million views. And it's all because of you. I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you all so very, very much for being a part of everything we're doing. Like, we started off as a podcast, and now we're a show about a podcast. And we're not just a show about a podcast, but we're a show about you. We're a show about you, about real life, about real humanity, about real things. And we're not afraid, to talk about it. You know what I mean? We're not. And that's the thing too. Like, I really hold this true. When it comes down to why we pick and choose who we have to sponsor the show, and why we pick and choose about what we do as far as what advertisements or whatever we want to do with the show, because at the root of all of this, and it's the God's honest truth, at the root at all of this, it's about making the world a better place, and making a difference and leaving a legacy of an example for not just us, but for everybody else out there. Right? Like, I posted a video on our AUF thing today with my kid, the one I sent you.
Oh, yeah.
That kid here, Avery, was like, God, he was like 5, 6, maybe 7, and there he was on top of that thing saying, when you fall down, when somebody knocks you down, what do? You get back up and you stand again. If you trip and fall, what do? You stand up and get up again. If you life hits you hard and knocks you down and beats you down, what do? You get up and fight again. If you can. And he's sitting there telling everybody, and kids of all ages, he's sitting there telling us to stand up on a stool. So I just want to say this as much as possible. You being here matters. The example you set in your life for others matters. And if you want a better world, people, if we want a better world, it starts with you doing the work to be a better person. And everybody you love benefits from that. As always, we believe in you. We believe in the best of you. This is Advice Unfiltered, episode 46.